got you guys down 8, but you go on a 26-14 run. A lot of guys contributed to that, and the freshman DeAndre Jones, who's sitting down here from us, a big part of that, as well as Mathieu Kamba.
Well, I thought first half we were real impatient on the offensive end. One of the things that happens in games sometimes, if you get off to a good start and it seems almost like it's too easy, I think what happens, you get this false security and you start just throwing up anything thinking it's going to go in. And Jordan certainly didn't have one of his better shooting nights, and I thought that kind of threw us off a little bit early. But what I really liked, even though they shot 52%, I thought the shots they took were tough. And I thought down the stretch our defense was really what kind of got the game under control, and we got stops late. And then a couple of individuals really stepped up and played well, DeAndre being one of them.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and I know you guys want to get off to a better start. You did that tonight, and then you finished very strong as well defensively. All kinds of problems for them. You guys were causing down there. DeAndre was a big part of it. I thought he got in Hicks's kitchen a little bit and caused him some problems threw their offense off.
I thought we guarded the ball really well. And when you play Morehead State, you have to do that because they're really good off the bounce. They attack the rim pretty well, and I thought we stayed in front of them. The thing I liked is this is the first time they haven't had double-digit offensive rebounds, and they're a very good offensive rebounding team, and we held them to 9 offensive rebounds, which I thought was a big factor in the game. But just really pleased. I think what we have to understand, the majority of our games will be like this. They just will. They're going to be 3 or 4 possessions that are going to make or break the game. I thought Thatch had a little moment there where he got us going. And then certainly the thing I really was proud of was that Jordan trusted his teammates late, got DeAndre the ball twice for 2 big threes.
How about a freshman doing that in those situations? You've been looking for that other guy to knock down shots in big situations, and maybe it's turning into the freshman's the answer.
Well, I think we all are really excited about our future with him. When we lose Jordan Howard, it'll be a big loss. He's a great player. He'll leave here breaking all kinds of records. And I know we were really concerned, what do we do post-Jordan? I think we have the answer to that. DeAndre is an awful good player, and the exciting thing is they get to play together this year, and they complement each other really well. I was really happy for DeAndre.
I thought the interesting thing, too, is, Coach, we've talked a lot about how he can help Jordan play off the ball and be the point guard. They really reversed roles tonight. Jordan was the facilitator.
Yeah, they really did, and I think they were so keyed on Jordan that anytime he would attack, DeAndre wound up being open, and Jordan had the 11 assists, which is probably a career high. I would
by
think.
3.
And I think the thing that excites me about that, we challenged him at halftime that you don't have it going today, and that's fine. But you can still impact the game if you're a willing passer, and boy, did he show that second half.
Tell me about a shooter's mentality. You saw the way that Jordan struggled, but then he missed a 3, got it batted back out to him, took another one, knocked it down. That starts 0 of 4. Then he talked about how he goes on his own personal 8-point run, including a shimmy, shake, step back 3, Coach. And when you're 0 of 4, that's hard to pull off. But, those guys obviously believe in their ability, and I think we all do too.
Well, the one thing I've never done as a coach, I don't talk a lot about shooting. I talk about shot selection. And I felt first half Jordan forced a couple shots that I didn't really like. But when they're open, they know they have green light. I want them to shoot the ball because they have proven over and over that they're pretty good shooters. And in the middle of a game, that's not the time to lose your confidence. You need to play through that. And I thought both of those guys did that and came up with big baskets.
How does this make you feel from a confidence standpoint? You've done it twice now in 3 games. I know you'd prefer not to have to come from behind, but the ability to be able to do it, going on the road to Little Rock in a game that I know you guys would love to get and stay perfect this week.
I think it's a sign of how the program's growing because we've won games in different ways. We've beat people pretty bad. We've come from behind and lost games, and we're right there with UCLA. And we grinded one out at South Carolina State, and then in this one had a lead, lost a lead, and came back. And I think what it's teaching these guys more than anything is that it's a 40-minute game. You've got to stick to what we're doing, and you've got to trust each other and trust what we're doing. And I thought the guys did that tonight because, again, everyone contributed, and that's what we're looking for on this team.
Hayden, I know you limited his minutes a little bit to 18. He did have some good moments in there, affected a couple of shots that didn't show up on the stat sheet, and then but there were a couple, too, that you've been talking about. I know you're looking forward to getting him in the weight room, a couple that were 50-50 balls that he'll be able to wrestle away from guys going forward. But how do you feel like he came out of it physically?
Yeah, I think good. And again, he told us he would like to play 2-3 minutes at a time. And really, I was going to put him back in the second half, but we had it going pretty good. I had the lineup in that was working, and there was just no reason to mess with it until the end, and I wanted his size in there, and sure enough, he comes up with a steal. Which was really, really big. So I think when he gets well, he'll be able to do a few more things. I thought he was just half step behind on most stuff he did, but I did think he affected some balls at the rim. I thought he was his size really altered some shots.
What's the plan tomorrow before you head to Little Rock?
We just got to watch film and get some shots up. We have to be real careful with our legs. It'll be our third game in 5 days. I think that we need to make sure that we don't expend too much energy, but I think we have to stay on point. So we'll get a chance to watch film tomorrow afternoon, get some shots up, and then move forward and try to get over to ULR and see if we can't do it again.
Yeah. What in your mind, fueled the comeback and got you guys where you needed to be at the end?
I think our defense fueled the comeback. Coach P, since day one, has been preaching defense is going to win his games, and we really bought in like the past couple of practices, because our offense hasn't been going great. But once we set the defensive pressure, started getting steals, and really pressured them and all that, got our offense going, so that was pretty good.
Sammy had a great prediction before the game. He said this is the kind of game where Matty could have a big game, and you stepped up and did. 20 points tonight, 8 rebounds. Did you feel good going in with the matchup they had? I mean, they're an undersized, quick, athletic team. Thought it'd be some opportunities maybe in transition. Did you feel good coming in?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. When I looked over when we were warming up, I was like, oh, looks like they don't really have shot blockers. So then in my mind, I was like, this again, I can just attack the rim, get other people involved if I can. So that was just my mentality, get to the line and keep attacking the rim. So
did you guys ever, have any concern, I guess, late? I mean, how did you stay focused on making plays down the stretch when you had to?
I think when he hit that three-pointer before half, everyone was like, oh, no, they're going to come out with the momentum, and that first 5 minutes is going to be very important. So we all went into the locker room, and we said, this is not going to happen again. We had a bad game with Tulsa. This is with a game where we get above 500. So then we all came out, and we played as hard as we could.
What's the mentality now going to Little Rock? That's a team that you guys haven't had much success against, but it looks like a real opportunity this year to go down there with this team against that team. I know you're going to get them twice, just like you're going to get Morehead State twice. I know you'd love to go down there and get a road win.
Yeah, our mentality is, we haven't beat them, and they have our number. They're going to be confident and think that they can beat us, but we're going to go in there confident too, and we're going to battle. So that's our mentality. We're going to go out there to win. We're not going to go out there to lose.